All right, today we're talking algebra word problems. So one of the first steps we need to do when we're talking about word problems is to identify the constant, coefficient, variable, and what it equals. All right, so just to review, this number out front is a coefficient. That right there, the letter is the variable. That's the thing that changes. And then this number here, this is the constant. And then this is what it all equals. So 3x plus 7 equals 10. So when we're dealing with word problems, we need to read through and, just like I say, identify what each thing is. So the question here, Norman won 83 chocolate bars in a raffle. At school, he gave 4 to every student in his class. He only has 3 remaining. How many students are in his class? So if we look at the question, we see that he won this many in total. So that's got to be what the whole thing equals. All right. At school, he gave 4 to every student in his class. He only has 3 remaining. How many students are in his class? This is the question. How many are in his class? We don't know that. So that must be a variable. It could change. All right. So the students is the variable. All right. What's the constant? What do we absolutely know to be true? At school, he gave 4 to every student. Well, that might be a constant, but every student changes. So if he gives 4 to one student, that means he's given away 4. So if this is connected to the variable, that's going to be your coefficient. All right. So the coefficient is 4 to every student. He only has 3 remaining. So we know that to be true. 3 is just the amount. So that's constant. So if we build our equation, we go 4 times every student plus the 3 that we know to remain is going to equal 83 in total. And once we have it to this step, we can solve. It's a 2-step equation. So we subtract 3, we subtract 3. Oops. I'm going to subtract 3, I better subtract it. All right, and then we divide by 4, divide by 4. So S is equal to 20. So there are 20 students. All right, here's another one. Mabel rented a bike from Anna's Bikes. It costs $15 plus $6 per hour. If Mabel paid $33, then she rented the bike for how many hours? So there's the question. She rented the bike for how many hours? So that is your variable, number of hours. We don't know. What's the constant? Well, it cost $15 plus $6 per hour. This 6 depends on the hours, all right? So the 6 must be your coefficient, and your 15 is your constant. And the whole thing equals $33. So there is what it equals. So we can build our equation. 6 times the number of hours plus that $15 equals 33. And now we can solve. Subtract 15, and that equals 18. Divide by 6, divide by 6. So H equals 3. So she rented it for 3 hours. Last example. For a field trip, 15 students rode in cars and the rest filled 5 buses. How many students were in each bus if 215 students were on the trip? All right, well, the equals is 215. The variable is the students. The constant is the 15 students that just traveled by themselves. And the coefficient, or the thing that's attached to the variable, is the number of, is the 5 buses. Okay, so we can build our question. So 5 buses times the number of students plus those 15 that were traveling by themselves is equal to 215. And then you can solve your question. So there's 40 students per bus.